House Republicans just completed our special meeting of our conference. And House Republicans are determined to stand with the American people and oppose this government takeover of health care with everything we've got. It's important as the administration and this speaker continue to drive this government takeover of health care with hundreds of billions of dollars of higher taxes, mandates, and bureaucracy through the Congress. It's important that they understand that is not the President's house, that is not the Speaker's house, that is the people's house, and this weekend House Republicans will stand with the American people and do everything in our power to defend their freedom and bring about health care reform that gives them more freedom and not more government.
House Republicans remain committed to do everything we possibly can to defeat this health care bill. We will work hard every hour until this vote is taken to ensure that we can produce 38 no votes on the other side of the aisle. I thank all the Americans that have come here to join us in this fight. The fight is nearing an end. But if we continue to work hard and listen to the American people, we can defeat this bill.
The real question is, are representatives listening to America? We are elected to represent people all across this country, and yet we see poll after poll where Americans all across this country say, we don't want this bill. We don't like government-run health care. And the question that's going to be answered tomorrow is whether or not people are listening, whether or not representatives are listening. We're here to stand with the American people, and we thank everyone for coming here and standing with us.
Thank you.
Yesterday, Speaker Nancy Pelosi had a press conference where she touted how great this new CBO score was. In that press conference, she showed that she sent a bill to CBO and they gave her a score back. Well, I got to tell you what, if you manipulate a bill, you can manipulate the score. What the Speaker also said at that press conference is she's going to pass what we call the doc fix. Well, CBO just gave us a letter yesterday. And CBO said, well, if that's true, then, Madam Speaker, your bill has a huge deficit. Just adding the doc fix, it makes this bill a $58 billion deficit. If you look at what the CBO says also, look at all the double counting in this bill. This number is based upon analysis from the Congressional Budget Office. We're double counting $70 billion from Class Act premiums. They're double counting $53 billion from Social Security taxes. They're not counting $71 billion in appropriations that are necessary to run this new government-run health care. $10 billion of that goes to the IRS to hire about 16,000 agents to police this new mandate on all Americans. $398 billion just from Medicare Part A. You add all of that up, and this bill has a $454 billion deficit. You add everything up, the doc fix, all the Medicare raids, this bill has a $787 billion deficit. The point is this. The math is correct. We know how to add. We know how to subtract. And when you look at what CBO says, in totality, this bill gives us a massive deficit. We are creating an open-ended entitlement on top of the fact that the entitlements we already have are unaffordable. We're creating a $2.4 trillion new government spending program when we're already $76 trillion in the hole. It's unconscionable. They don't now have the votes for it, and I sure hope they won't.
I represent West Virginia. Health care is on the minds of everybody standing here. This is a missed opportunity for all of us in this country. But I'll tell you another thing that's on everybody's minds. That's jobs. Jobs for our families, jobs in our communities, jobs to raise our families with. In this bill, there are taxes totaling $569 billion, job-killing taxes at a time when we can least afford losing one single job across this country. And I think Americans here and across this country, small business owners, job creators, those who are looking to hire and want to hire and keep America working are going to be sadly disappointed if we are unsuccessful in killing this bill because of the $569 billion in additional taxes on each and every one of us, on small businesses, and on people across this country.
Good job, Shelley. Democrat leaders are telling their members, after this passes, it's going to become much more popular. Well, they're dead wrong. And how about the seniors out there? They're going to have $500 billion in Medicare cuts. And amongst those seniors, you're going to see a lot of them, a couple million of them, lose their Medicare Advantage plans. How much are they going to be happier about that? How about the small business owner who's going to see higher taxes, more mandates, and higher fees? Do you think it's going to become more popular with him? I don't think so. Or how about investors in America? By the time when Americans are asking where are the jobs, we're going to put this new tax on every investment income that there is. Listen, this is not the way to go, and the American people know it. Yesterday I sent a letter to the Speaker asking her to have a call of the House, a roll call vote on this bill, straight up or down vote, calling one member's name at a time, and having these men and women here in the Congress stand up before God, their country, and their constituents and announce their vote. I think it's time. It's time to have real accountability here in Washington. No demon pass, no scheme and deem, none of the tricks. It's time to have a straight up or down vote, and let's just have it done one at a time. This fight is not over. This fight is continuing. They do not have the votes yet. We got to keep working to make sure that they never, ever, ever, ever get the votes to pass this bill. Thanks.